Hi, this is Sunmashi, and this is another pick a card reading on the full moon energies and just sort of any message regarding basically a certain topic. So I wrote down some topics that come to my mind. So an example would be like resolve. That's just like one of the topics that I have. I've written down 11. So you can either pick reading 1, 2, or 3, or you can pick them based off of the message. Like I would read this and I'd say this is reading 1's topic and then so forth. But if you don't want to know the topic until you pick a number, then go ahead and just click the timestamp below and go straight to the reading 1, 2, or 3 if you've already decided. And then if not, I'm just going to take the 3 right now and say what each of the 3 readings are, and you can just go to that timestamp that way, if that makes sense. People talk about whatever. Okay, so reading 1 is gifts and talents. Reading 2 is new path or skill, which with my intention, it's very similar to the gifts and talents. And also with this direction, maybe this will give you an idea. And reading 3 is family and friends as a focus. So these are the 3 focuses from, I guess this like sort of like focus deck that I've made. Alright, so yeah, I'll just stick with one message for each. So we're going to get started with reading number 1. So reading number 1 is gifts and talents. So what the intention I had for this focus is that Spirit wants you to focus on the things you're already doing. This is different than the new path one in the sense that it's likely that you've already been working on your path with the gifts and talents that you have, which I feel like that just makes sense for pretty much everybody, because how we get to where we are is through our own gifts and talents. So to balance the gifts and talents, I'm gonna go with my One Piece Uno deck. So what Spirit wants you to know is one of these. Don't know how these ended up that way, but we'll take that one. Gifts and talents. 3 of Cups. Fun. Dang. Tricky, because 3 of Cups reminds me of family and friends. So these 3 readings might all kind of tie together, but focus on sharing your gifts and talents. The 3 of Cups, I feel like there's more with what you currently have to share. Justice. Yeah, there's something. Everyone has something unique and worth sharing, and so depending on your level of confidence and whatnot, you may not even be aware that these are gifts and talents. You might just think it's just like normal, or nobody wants to see that, or whatever, but nah, your gifts and talents are very much worth sharing, and I feel like there's an outlet out there for everyone for how to share these gifts of ours. So with justice, I feel as though the more you learn how to share these gifts and talents, the more pretty much joy and pleasure and fulfillment that they will bring. The more you can pretty much feel good about the things that you are into. Two of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Empress. Yeah, speaking of feeling good about it and feeling good about yourself, we get the Empress. We get Death right here. Brooke. So 6. And then I'm going to flip all these back over. And there's one more card. Oh, no. Well, yeah, for now this is good. So, the Two of Wands, I hear as though, yeah, as you share your gifts and talents with those you love, and just with the universe, you bring yourself closer towards a path. You're on this path, but you are going more down that path of the self, of success and abundance for yourself. And this is very self-fulfilling by sharing. It's very interesting. And as you go down this path, I feel like you might feel that you're on this journey kind of on your own, like in terms of romance, but I hear with this card pretty much that that's not really the case, that love is on everyone's path, and whatever that is that you desire. So if romantic love and a partner, that kind of commitment is something that you want, then simply by doing your own life, you are changing the game and you are attracting that. You are going down this journey where along your path you will meet them, but once you have already stepped into your own power and once you have already built a life for yourself and you are self-reliant and full of self-love, self-worth, you have mastered unconditional love. You may have already met this person, of course, but in terms of the union, when things will change and union can happen and be a thing, that is when that happens once you have found everything you're looking for within yourself. And that really is like a big message I'm getting out of that. Four of Wands, this is literally the union card, because it forms like an 11-11, and there's like a family in it and celebration. It's like coming together. It's pretty great. It's kind of like you're on this pathway and they're on another Two of Wands pathway, and you guys meet up, and then boom, Four of Wands. So this very much became a love message. They all seem to do that. But yeah, the more you love yourself and love the things that you're into in all aspects, and accept yourself and accept everything about yourself as a gift, and moving on from feeling like your differences are what make you, I don't know, I'm hearing differences being your downfall. I feel like maybe you're more used to these things that make you different, your gifts and talents. Maybe you're more used to when you share them that it's not well received, but there's always a different outlet, there's a different audience, people are on different vibrations. Whatever your gifts and talents are, I support them, assuming they are full of good intention, they're not an intention of harming another. I support them. And yeah, I feel like you just want an outlet to be able to share everything about yourself with a community that is going to reciprocate the unconditional love and support that you deserve. So yeah, those are the messages I'm getting. Do you want to flip one more deck? The Hanged Man, 3 of Wands. So yeah, 3 of Wands, 2 of Wands, very interesting. 2 of Wands came out again. Pretty much 9 of Swords. Yeah, what I'm getting is that right now you're not quite sure if it's a good time to share your gifts and talents. I feel like you have a lot of fear and anxiety that the people around you, maybe these are people who were not supportive before, maybe these are new friends and you're not sure what they might have to say. I hear as you contemplate and think more, you will eventually, oops, that's the wrong one, you will eventually move forward and take that leap of faith, take that lead, take charge, and just kind of put yourself out there and be like, hey, here's what I'm into, here's my gift and talent. And then that, once again, is more so along the lines of following more on this path that you have been on, and leading yourself down this path of success while you and another are both going down this path and are ultimately leading up into union. And so as you think more, you'll get the energy and feel when the time is right. I feel with the Hanged Man, I feel like this is a good time to be thinking and to be resting and contemplating on your fears and where they come from, and learning how to move through them and to not let them set you back. Yeah, and so through doing this, you will go through a great transformation. By being able to open yourself up more, there will be some great change, positive change, of course, but yeah. So those are your messages for reading 1, sending love and light, and I might see you in reading 2 and 3 or something, but yeah, either way, peace out, have a good night. Alright, so reading 2 is New Path and Skill. So this is like if you've always wanted to, let's say, like try art, but you never started practicing it, or you want to pick up a new instrument, or you want to get into tarot, something like that. New path and new skill. Spirit is saying this is a good time to focus on that. Ooh, the outside of that candle is hot. A good time to focus on that. Yeah, on this new path and skill. So yeah, by focusing on a new skill, you therefore put yourself on a new path. So I put that out there. Ooh, beauty. This is something that you're fascinated by, something that you find a lot of value from. So if that's underwater basket weaving, go for it. If it's learning how to, I don't know, tie 6 different types of knots, go for it. Learn that skill. If you find beauty in it, doesn't matter what someone else has to say about it. Just do it. Justice. This came out again. This came out in reading number 1. And basically how I picked up that energy is that if you do this, it will balance out to be quite rewarding. That maybe if you're worried it might not do anything, basically if you were to do it, it'll balance the way it's meant to. Yeah, it's just a very positive card. Obedience. It's also understanding that you start from somewhere and that you don't have to really understand, other than that you are just trying to understand. I don't know. It's like, it's okay if you get into something and you're not 100% sure what you're kind of doing, but you just kind of have a vibe. Like, there's just a way it's working for you and you just go with it. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, you just gotta do it your way. So this is like about tarot or about an instrument or about anything new or a path. So long as you're approaching it with honesty and you're just doing it simply because you like it and you want to. And it's you're not trying to do anything other than just be yourself and be honest with what you're trying to do with this. Is more or less the energy I pick up. So, fire, this is something you're passionate about. I was getting that with the honesty, with the flame, and with the beauty. This new skill. Find something you're passionate about and that you're truly passionate about and go with it. Go ahead and give it a shot. See how it balances out. I have a pretty good feeling about how it balances out. It seems to be quite rewarding. It might just be rewarding simply because you enjoy it. Might be as simple as that. The honesty card. 2 of Swords. That does seem like a bit of that justice, obedience vibe. I feel like you're still not 100% sure what this might be for some of you. This new path, this new skill. Maybe you hear a deep calling within you that there's something else you're passionate about that you want to work on, but you can't quite figure out your wedge into it, or when you want to make time for it, or if you should, or maybe even what this skill and talent is, stuff like that. 7 of Wands, but yeah, and so Spirit's kind of saying on one end, yeah, maybe it's because you're unsure, but on another end, Spirit's also saying like maybe you're kind of pushing it back, maybe you're kind of like putting it off because you're trying to prioritize other things and make other things work. Ultimately, whatever you're doing, it's all leading up to these synchronicities that will help you just on your journey in general. Hanged Man, this came out in reading number 1. So this new path, you can always work on it and take a break, and work on it and take a break. With the 2 of Swords, that's kind of what I get. For some of you, I'm getting that this energy might just stop you altogether from even trying a new path or skill. For many of you, I'm hearing it's more so that you kind of put it on and then off and then on and off. You're like a stove. You're like, you work on it and then you continue. So this, I'm hearing, is not a super, like the Fool, like completely new path. I'm not hearing that. I'm just hearing it's like you're adding a new path to your existing path. Yeah. So that's what I'm pretty much getting. And with the Hangman's energy, as you think more about this and wait for things to match up with the timing a bit better, 3 of Cups. This also came out in the first reading. pretty much a lot of good times. Yeah, there will be a time, basically, as you do this, I feel like it's going to be more open and available and more shown to those around you, and they'll be interested in it. Six of Swords, or rather, six, the Lovers. I feel like this path, it will benefit you in the short run and in the long run. I'm hearing you'll be doing this because it's where you are, it's good for you, you enjoy it, but I'm hearing eventually as that happens, you, there's like something about it that suddenly, the fact that it's just for fun, it goes past that. It becomes a true passion, a niche, a type of job almost. Really, well, anything you love is like a job. You know, you're doing it. Jobs should just be things that you love, is my opinion. So I feel like initially this is all kind of like you just want to do something because you like it. Truly, you just enjoy it, and yep, people start liking it. It's great. You're having a good time with that. Suddenly you move on from that energy because you realize, whoa, you don't just like doing this, you straight up love doing this. And by doing stuff you love, you do attract love. So this is also a romantic message, but this is also like how you feel about this new talent, this new skill, this new path. Regarding the Lovers, Spirit, what do you have to say about that? Things that I'm already feeling the vibe of. I'm feeling 2 of Wands, 4 of Wands, 6 of Wands, 8 of Wands. Those are all the good wands. Especially 2 of Cups. The Sun, I wouldn't be surprised if that popped out. Ace of Swords. Yeah. Ooh. Not 4 of Cups. 10 of Pentacles is something on my list, though. Yeah, so I think what you'll be moving on from is, yeah, you're moving on from the idea, like after a while of this being for yourself and others, or just like a small, like this is like, oh, this is casual. At the end, you're like, okay, low key, it's not. This is starting to, like, your outlet of just doing this in this small space casually. It starts to become like restless. You want to go somewhere with it. You now want this to be a part of your life. So whatever that new path or skill is, if you work at it, it might start off casual, but it'll build into something very promising. So let's see. 4 of Cups, and then like getting through that energy of wanting it to go somewhere, and you build it, and you work on it, and it becomes a part of your life. What happens? Judgment. This was another card I was thinking of. Rewards, gifts. Very positive energy. I'll just straight up read from this. Maybe. Let me see, because sometimes the keywords are really nice. Let's see. Warm honey. Self-knowledge. That's the word that calls out. Yeah, it's like you're going to learn a lot from this, and it's just going to be really rewarding, honestly, is the vibe I get. Which is how I get about most new paths and new skills that you develop, that you genuinely find attractive, like you find the beauty in it and you just genuinely want to do it. If you just do something that you want to do, it's pretty hard to go wrong. So that's reading number 2. Got just enough time, I think, for reading number 3. Might see you guys there. Sending love and light. Thank you for being here. I'm only just now remembering. I forgot to say in the beginning. If you guys would like a free reading, definitely send me an email or leave a comment. Just any way to get my attention, really. And I'd love to give you a reading. If you'd like to support the channel with like a positive energy donation, that will also be in the description. My Instagram, my Spotify playlist. I think that's all the things I'm supposed to remember to say. I always kind of like remember at one point in the video, so it just kind of gets like thrown out there. But yeah, sending love and light, blessings, positive energy, good luck. If you work on this new path or skill, like that's very exciting. I support you. So if it's a channel, let me know, and I'll totally support your channel. So yeah, that's reading 2. We're gonna move on to reading 3. So let's get started. This is family and friends. The focus of this is focusing on. I really did see this as a reconciliation, as a healing focus, and knowing what's best for you. Deciding for yourself who family and friends are and what kind of energy you want to put into your family and friend life, and exactly how important is it that you keep up with the family and friendship lifestyle. As a focus, I really saw this as to balance your focus. It's easy to put all your focus into family and friends. It's hard to balance it, at least in my experience and from the messages I got from when I picked it. So I'm gonna go with this deck. Family and friends. I'm actually here to put these back in. All of them. Okay. Okay. This one. You know, sometimes I just straight up just like, I'm just like, yeah, these are the cards, and I'm just taking them. But like, I really do just trust it. I don't know how to describe it. It has something to do with like shapes and the way the cards move and how they just stick up and stuff. Share the love. Yeah, this is the family and friends card. So balancing out with that is, yeah, with your family and friend, there's something off. That's basically what I was feeling when I first like wrote this down anyways. There's something off about your family and friend life. There's something that is not equal. Whoops. Did I like whatever. So there's something that's not equal about it. That like it seems like you share the love. You share your feelings and compassion, and it results in it being either misinterpreted or they just can't match your loving vibe pretty much, and you or they or both people or groups, whatever, gets hurt. Following that, yeah, you really want to have an equal give and receive. So what's being mirrored with that is, yeah, it just kind of goes the same. And hey, 3, 6, 9, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so you share the love, kind of results in a loss. You kind of give a lot, and you get worn out because you're not receiving the same lot. You're not receiving how much you gave. Without equal energy, you will feel more drained. It will turn out that you are putting in more effort. So I do see this as you being the one who ultimately ends up with like a feeling of loss when you share your love. I feel like this is you doing stuff, and this is like the impact it has on you. It's like a reflection. Overall, coming together, that's really beautiful, honestly. So something is coming together from this energy. This is balancing it out somehow. It's kind of like, because you're getting tired from this, you keep these energies. When your unconditional love results in a loss, now you still share that love, but you give yourself more time. You give and you give and you give. It became too much, so you rested, and now you only give the amount that you can take, that your body can handle. You're not going to. This is like progress. With just giving love unconditionally, you got hurt. But with trying to do it with a sense of protection for yourself and doing what's best for yourself and others and trying to make it more equal, that gave you more of a resting period. It gave you more reflection that you really do strive for this. I feel like family and friends, that it is balancing out more so. This isn't like having to cut ties or anything, but rather just, this is more so about needing a break and needing to give less time to others and more time to yourself. And then union, coming together with your family and friends, can happen on its own at the right times, at times that feel good for you, because you'll be well rested and ready to still give and receive. Another 2. You'll just know when a good time to come together with family and friends is. Yeah, going with the flow. So that's pretty cool. We get basically 4 and 6 totaling to 10. So to me, these are like the remaining energies. Well, these are all remaining energies, but like these are like very connected. This equal give and receive has a lot to do with you giving a 3 of Cups and them giving a 3 of Cups, bringing upon a harmony a 6 of Cups or 2 of Cups. They're kind of like very similar. So yeah, pretty neat. This will be alright. Yeah, this is very much like friends, family. I was like, maybe this is love, like romance. And it's, yeah, no, it's just about, this is all very much a friendship, family reading. A little bummed out. I wanted my full moon readings to be about love, like romance. But you know, I already did that reading anyways. I just love love so much. Or like romance. I'm such a romantic, guys. So yeah, sending love and light. I forgot to say at the beginning, I finally remembered in the middle of reading 2. If you'd like to support the channel in any way, or like, I mean, you already do. I'm getting like more. Okay, let me try this again. Never mind. Check out my description for lots of things regarding supporting the channel, getting a free reading, my Instagram, my Spotify playlist, and I think that's it. And as I remember and think of more things, I'll start putting more stuff in my descriptions. And ways to contact me is in there. So yeah, sending love and light, blessings, positivity, wishing you luck and good fortune with all this. It sounds like it's all coming together pretty good. I feel there are certain things to move away from. Certain people who might be family and friends, but maybe aren't the type of unconditionally loving friends that you truly deserve, and so you might be stepping away from some people. But overall, I feel like it's more so the time and the space and the it's more so like that, just taking breaks and stuff, rather than like completely cutting ties, which I don't really even believe in anyways, unless if things are very toxic and very bad in that aspect. But I'm not really getting that energy with this reading, so that's good. Final message. Joy and stability. Awesome. 4 of Wands. Alright, my final message. Just however you feel about with looking at this beautiful card of light. Alright. I'm actually going to sleep now. Sending love and light to you all. Thanks for listening. Peace out.